Something very curious happened recently, and is the announcement of Pickmon. No, I'm not memeing, it's not a meme, it's not something. Pickmon is a new game, kinda like Palworld, and let's just say that what people saw in the trailer made people understand that maybe copyright isn't always the beast, the egregious beast everybody believes it is. So, Pickmon, on the line that brought us Palworld, we have this new game. And this game is a copyright fair use nightmare. Dude, I hope none of you is a copyright lawyer or something, because you'd be having nightmares but just by looking at this. Like, in this game, what we saw in this game is literally nothing original, and if something is ever so slightly original, it's either stolen or it's barely modified. Like, the protagonist is straight up Link with a gun, with a fake Pikachu you will find into, I don't know, to the darkest places on eBay. And this guy is straight up Rodog from Overwatch. Okay? Dude, you will never be cassette beasts or something. God, Dio santissimo. So it's very bad. It is even worse when you realize that the designs for some of the creatures aren't just taken from popular AAA IPs, but the designs are also stolen from artists on Twitter. Like, look at this fake ass Meganium. Looks nice, no? Well, I will bet it looks nice. They fucking stole it from an artist on Twitter making its own prediction about Mega Meganium. Oh, look at this knight. Oh yes, it looks very, very cool, right? It's a cool center. Well, I will fucking bet it does look cool. It's an artist prediction for a possible Mega Cerulege in the future. Of fucking course it looks good. An actual artist put time and effort on making it. But they just ripped it and just gave it a 3D model, put it into Unreal Engine 5, and just call it a day. Sure, why the fuck not? Oh, but you don't capture monsters with a ball. You capture them with a card. Big fantasy. What else do you do for the rest of your game? You mine, you farm, you build stuff. Reminds me of something else. What can we learn from the Pickmon thing? We learn that copyright, as I said at the beginning, is not always a bad thing, okay? And to preface, this video is not meant to defend Nintendo and the lawsuits it sends to people around for, I don't know, the supermarket being called Super Mario, they got a lawsuit. It's not to defend that, okay? because those are an exaggeration. But of course, it's how corporations work. Even Bandai sends random ass lawsuits. However, in some cases, something like this is needed. It prevents the environment, the gaming environment, to be filled with games that are low effort, made just with stolen materials. As much as copyright may be annoying in many cases, okay, in many other cases, it makes people actually do something original, okay? And this is why the whole patent that Nintendo made, tried to make a couple of months ago about copyright, about basically owning the mechanic of summoning a creature, was stupid. Because that mechanic has always been a staple within gaming. But their attempt to copyright strike people for using designs that are too close to original Pokemon probably wasn't a bad idea, seeing how Pickmon was. So like, from this we learned that doesn't matter how much your IP or a certain IP is making as money, okay? It could be a big IP like Pokemon, or it could be your artist on Twitter. Everybody has the right of copyright, okay? They make something, they have the right to defend it and to not have it stolen and misused without their permission. In a way that is outside of fair use. Because one common thing that people don't understand with Nintendo's lawsuits is often related to using the names of their IPs or the appearance for a monetary gain. Okay? As we said, the supermarket was called Super Mario. They thought it was some sort of scam using their mascot's name. Now, of course, it's still wrong. They should have get more informed about that. But to give you an example, meanwhile, fair use, which is making fan arts or fan games, is not possible to copyright, okay, in any way, shape or form. A couple of years ago, there was the Pokemon Uranium controversy, where Pokemon Uranium developers alleged that Pokemon sent them a cease and desist, which then was revealed it was fake, because Pokemon Uranium is available now. You can play it, no problem, because Nintendo doesn't have a problem with making fun games, okay? Otherwise, the myriads of Pokemon Romax at this point would not even exist. Same thing for the Mario fan games, and so on and so on. Same thing with the fan arts, okay? Since they're not made as a direct monetary gain, so like I'm making a Mario art and I'm selling it as a Mario art, or I'm making a Pokemon Romac and I'm selling it, those are not okay. But a commission, a Patreon, they are fine. A commission, they don't know how much money you paid the artist. For all we know, you could have just... the artist could have just done that for free and they didn't get nothing. Of course, always pay your artists, okay? But it's just an example from Nintendo's point of view. So they don't sue people. They don't even sue people making memes with it, with their IPs, okay? Even if they face in some way said IP, okay? There were plenty of dark humor memes back in the day with Mario's face on it, which were garbage, okay? But Nintendo cannot sue them because they're not made as a monetary gain. So yeah, Nintendo may be able to still sue Pickmon in some way. Because it's so low effort, they cannot... come on, man, they didn't even try. But it's to understand that copyright is not always a bad thing, okay? Having your IP protected in some way also protects user from people making slop clones of the same game that may inadvertently get the lazy developer money in any way, shape or form. Like, someone is going to buy Pickmon and play it until the refund possibility from Steam or whatever is expired. That of course will suck for the person buying the game, because it's going to be like, okay, yeah, this game is low effort, it sucks. Okay? It's made to defend people from clones that are low effort. Okay? Look at Cassette Beast, for example. It's a very good game. Took the Pokemon mechanics, well, not really, but took the JRPG mechanics with monster taming mechanics within it. And they were originally how you do it, how you battle, how the monsters looked, and it's still there, and it's an amazing game. Other example, Monster Hunter Stories 3. Nintendo should sue Capcom? No, of course not. Because they still had their way to spin a monster taming game. Same thing with Digimon Storytime Stranger. That game is amazing, okay? So like, monster taming games can exist, but they have to have some effort. And lots of people say that letting Palworld exist despite the similarities with some designs, even just taken by inspiration from actual Pokemon, was a bad idea because it caused Pickmon to exist, and Pickmon is going to be the first one of many clones with low effort. I cannot tell you that because I don't know for sure, but one thing I'm sure is if it happens, okay, maybe we should have asked the Pocket Pair to be a bit more original, and that was our mistake. Unfortunately, people, when it comes to Nintendo, instantly jump to the bandwagon without thinking, and that's a problem. Because it may cause games made with low effort come out like Pickmon, okay? And that is not great, okay? And mind you, not jumping instantly at Nintendo doesn't mean simping or riding Nintendo, okay? It just means that we're trying to not have low effort games with the excuse of being a clone of a more famous IP. Because look at what happened. Not only Nintendo and Blizzard got screwed over, even artists on Twitter doing their own thing got screwed over. Because these low effort clones will steal from anybody, even your favorite artist, even yourself. Okay? So I guess this was a learning. This was a learning opportunity for everybody. Let's be careful, and let's stay and watch. Let's stay and watch what happens now. Perhaps Pickmon is going to be forgotten soon. Is going to be forgotten soon, and the next low effort game is going to come out and it will get forgotten, and maybe we're all overthinking this. We'll see. Anyway, thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think about the whole situation, and as always, see you next time.